only 12 minutes and 19 seconds, and well, that's the time to beat here right now on all of the matches for the rest of the regular season. It's still just the second week, man. We have so many weeks to be here in the regular season, total of 10, and there's the CN qualifiers as well, the APAC qualifiers before the finals, trying to really just minimize the numbers that we'll get towards the finals, and there's the final stage as well. So many days, but every game counts, of course, because it's your experience, it's your limit testing as well as you trying to get a good read on your opponent. The Zoe is going to be very interesting here, though, on the side of OMG. Looks like they really want to have this burst, and Zoe has been one of those champions that actually does stand a really good chance against a Vladimir. If you get a good Sleepy Trouble Bubble and have a good follow-up, the Vladimir won't be able to cast any of that Blood Pool.
Yeah, Vladimir has some very clear weaknesses, but if he's able to survive and actually get a little bit of survivability, then he becomes so much harder to lock down. But yeah, Sleepy Trouble Bubble is one of those ways to just nullify his effectiveness, depending of course on if SMK can actually hit the skill shots. Zoe is all skill shots, basically, and BMM, he's got to have some fancy feet to be able to dodge all that. I do like the Jace pickup here from Y1. I think it plays well into the Lee Sin. It's just going to be very, I want to say, difficult for him to have as much effectiveness, but you know, that's something that is a skill thing. You have to be on the other jungler's toes. You have to be tracking him down and knowing where he's going to be going to give yourself the most effectiveness. And the early game, I think, is going to be the biggest challenge here for Y1.
Biggest challenge as well for Cerberus Esports in general. Yeah, this is just the first time that they are going to be meeting, but again, we have seen like just one-sided beatdowns by CN teams. Let's see if this is going to be changed here by the likes of Cerberus Esports. I'm looking forward towards this game, especially in what Cerberus Esports can provide. They have a triple scaling composition. The Jax, the Vladimir, the Zera does take some time to actually scale up. So again, just like the Aram a while ago in the fight for side, hopefully they would be able to still be comfortable in their lanes, in the team fights, despite the highly aggressive lineup here of OMG, like Fiora, Lee Sin, Zoe as well. The only late game passive scaling champion that they have here is on you, actually. It's the Zaya, but the rest, they are going in. They're not gonna hesitate taking down the number 0 Cerberus Esports at all.
Yep, zero hesitation from OMG when it comes to that. And we get into our first game of the day, ladies and gentlemen. OMG already starting to scuffle a little bit here in the bot lane. Genza and Duckby. I mean, Genza, we have seen he's had some really good moments back in the last season, but you know, unfortunately that didn't really materialize into a good ending for Cerberus Esports. Hopefully this time Cerberus Esports can have a little bit, put up a little bit more of a fight, but they are getting fought right now. Duckby already forced to flash. They flash after him, but can't secure the kill. That's a good attempt, but no cigar.
Yeah, Duckby fortunately was able to survive, so he will be able to go back to the base, reset, and just go back to lane. Genza getting solo XP might actually be good here in the lane phase, at least for a little while. Agudo doing a really good job here against White Cat. He only needs to maybe dodge those tactical sweeps, because that really helps out the vital strikes rather from the Fiora here of White Cat. But so far, because of that counter strike, right, it's just a good zoning too. And if you time it correctly, right, right after when the parry gets used, if you time it correctly, delay it or even go faster than it, and you're gonna be able to outplay Fiora. There's so many micro movements that you really need to take into consideration, especially in dire lane. Sometimes it's left untouched or undiscussed, but yeah, there's a lot of things really being taken into consideration whenever they duel there.
Yeah, a lot of mechanical things, just little things to really keep track of and think about. See, Taku, he's being very cautious because he knows that based on the timing, Inyan could possibly be here, so he's going to take this opportunity to back off, knowing that White Cat is freezing the lane and having it slightly pushed towards him. He knows that Inyan might be there. He was correct. You see, there is the Lee Sin going to visit that lane, look for something, but good avoidance, good awareness on the part of Cerberus Esports there. Now, Inyan, of course, not wasting too much time, immediately goes towards the bot lane, maybe looking to see if he can do something there, or in the mid lane. Good thing though that Y1 is going to be there as well to respond in case anything happens here.
Grand challenge.
Ooh, big grand challenge. Taku, though, he's not letting it happen. Oh, finally, the last pop. He doesn't have enough damage. I mean, White Cat doesn't have enough damage to really kill Taku at the moment, so it's just a little bit of a lane dominance here to show that White Cat is just preventing him from pushing in.
It's basically winning the lane. He has a wave crashing towards his tower as well, so we will be successful in completely zoning him out.
Ooh, Feather Storm goes in.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing happening.
No level 5 just yet there for Duck B, so no cast, no isolation, no setup just yet. Especially when the body slam does not connect, so it's still okay here for OMG. Good sign of light there for Cerberus Esports as well, just setting up for the plays and also being comfortable in the laning phase here. 800, 700 gold lead though by OMG, especially just because of the laning phase, particularly in the Baron lane. The win there, the denial of minions onto Taku as well. A little bit unfortunate there for him. Will this connect? It does.
Ooh, yes,
damage.
it will.
2-3 bars? Man,
already.
That's huge already.
Yeah, this Zoe is going to be a huge problem for Cerberus Esports if they don't shut SMK down. But you know, Zoe is such a slippery champion. How can you really shut her down this early in the game? She has to, you know, she has to be in a spot where she's kind of risking her life. But that's not something that SMK really does. He's a very calculated and safe player.
And you have to be really calculate everything that can happen here and have the proper micro movements as well, the outplay potential. That's something that we have observed in some games, right? Especially in one of the highlights that we have seen between BRU, Team Flash, Weibo Gaming, Duanyu as well on his amazing Zeri. Since we do see the Zeri as well here on Cerberus Esports, maybe, just maybe, Genza can actually pull up with good outplay potential. If the Trouble Bubble connects, R8 contexture.
Ooh, that's pretty huge as Duffy gets immediately punted into the air. White Cat on the side, though he is going to be fighting inside the pit. He does had to mess that up and get taken out for first blood. Meanwhile, Inyan did take that dragon. Cerberus Esports now getting incredibly low. Can they steal this? It will not happen, actually, as Wawa is the one who takes that Rift Herald. Cerberus Esports has been rebuffed. They're running for their lives. SMK trying to get that final auto attack. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble, and there it is. The last auto attack will take him down. That is OMG with a 3-for-1 exchange, I believe.
And a big downside right now for Cerberus Esports. I actually thought that they would at least secure this R8, but the moment we saw the contention here from OMG, they should have disengaged or maybe even turned to White Cat. 3 versus 1, 4 versus 1 would have been better instead of contesting the 2 people here on from the mid lane going towards topside river. And we see as well the steal coming from Wawa. Taku unfortunately wasn't able to last hit the RH, and then just a series of bad scenarios, bad results as well. BMM tried to hide under the tower, but again, this is why the Zoe is just so good against the Vladimir. Sleepy Trouble Bubble, you will be able to connect the burst, especially the crowd control CC chains coming from Wawa. Galio just taunting him up. Absolutely no way to dodge using the blood pool. A pause is also going to be initiated for the meantime, right? This is going to be
double objective start with both Rift Herald and the Drake, and then they got 3 kills to 1. Cerberus Esports is now in full damage control mode.
And the full game control mode, rather. Cerberus Esports, there's not the experience that we want them to have. We want to see a tight game so far, but every single angle that is being taken here by OMG is better. While when ganking bot lane might be good, but since BMM is already chunked down to half, there's almost no reason for them to commit anymore. Even with Genza's pressure, WoW is just too good at counter-engaging.
That's true. It is just a very huge skill set to kind of have to deal with on Wawa. So, unfortunate trap here. Genzo was in his own jungle, but Inyan was there as well. Look at the aggression already from OMG.
They own the jungle.
They own everything. They own everything right now.
This is OMG's game.
Yeah, Y1 can't even get to the tower. Doc B is gonna get held up there. Nobody can even get close to OMG at the moment for fear of the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. They get that kill, they get that tower, and they just stroll out very casually.
Yeah, Service Esports though, this is not casual at all. Baku is desperately trying to survive. Might actually be able to do so. There's BMM. Never mind. He's a little bit late. I don't think he will be able to kill this Fiora as well. He is not in the state of this game just yet that he is capable of dealing lots of damage. And since Inian is there, there's absolutely no reason. He actually needs to fall back right now. This tower is too low.
Yeah, there is no reason for him to be sticking around really. But at this point, what can you really do against Service Esports? If you're just walking into your own jungle, there's a huge possibility that you'll just get taken out. And yeah, Service Esports they can't even really contest this blue buff unless they bring all their forces into it, which they will be doing right here. Yeah, come on, buddy. I just want the blue buff. They're contesting blue buff because there's no objective to fight for, and they are just fighting. Triple taunt there. Inyan gotta go for the kick, hits 3 with it. But it is a little bit scattered. Still, the Zoe does billions of damage already. That's 1 kill, and everybody is incredibly low. Duffy gets taken out next, and they're hunting. LMG are hungry for blood, but they'll take the blue buff. They'll take 2 lives. And they are showing their dominance in this game.
Yeah, it's just a clean execution here by OMG. Yeah, you get your blue buffs. So what? We take 2 members away from Cerberus Esports. 8-1 scoreline, towers as well, 3-0. This is almost a perfect game by OMG. And Cerberus Esports, they have been really trying. This is one of the downsides that we have really stated a lot of times already, even in season 1. If you pick so many scaling champions and don't survive the early game, this is just gonna be the result. You really need to find ways to either stop the snowballing of your enemy team or pick up an early game champion as well, so that you can at least match the early aggression of OMG, just like here in this game. Service Esports, since they don't really have that, the Jace even can't gank bot lane, mid lane, or even top lane, and the result is just catastrophic here for Service Esports. OMG is just taking every single lane, every single objective, even the RH a while ago when the first objective spawns. And
yeah, catastrophic is right.
It's just everything. Every single thing is being taken here by OMG.
There is nothing that OMG wants to give here to Service Esports without a fight. At this point, what can you really expect to do? I mean, it's back to the drawing board here. You're even having to bring multiple people around you to just take your wolf camp. Now OMG, they are exerting a lot more pressure here in the bot lane as you is just kind of chipping away at this tower. Look at how much control OMG have over the entire map. They are exerting their will, their dominance over every single place here, every nook and cranny of the jungle right now belongs to OMG. And really, what Service Esports can say is, oh my god.
Oh my god. This game is out of control. The damage as well from SMK is, we will say, OMG as well. Because that damage is nuclear. If he hits a trouble bubble, even without the sleepy trouble bubble, look at that damage.
That is insane. That is insane. And they are just going to engage once again. But it's just the blue buff again that they are trying to get.
This is the new objective. This is the new dragon.
Objective. Yeah. Yep. Just the blue buff, the enemy blue buff, because they know that Service can't really contest a dragon.
At least Y1 still took it. Without deaths this time.
Yeah, finally. At least that he was able to get the blue buff. But Service Esports, they are basically on life support right now. They need to get any objective that they can. They're going to be able to maybe get this tower. Not quite, as Waho actually engages there, as well as Y1 getting engaged on by Yu. One more auto attack should do it, and Yu does fall down. Wawa maybe hit a little bit more than he can shoot, but he's able to get the hero's entrance and save himself. Ducky on the backside getting low, getting killed there. Genza as well, a little bit too much ahead, as Taku maybe the next victim here, and he will be to Whitecat, who goes for the lunge, and that is a 4-0. OMG already 12-1 and onto the Baron.
A clean 4-man takedown there onto Cerberus Esports. No one even died here on the OMG. The others are taking the Baron. SMK taking a tower. This is as clean as it can get. Just a clear disparity that we're seeing right now between OMG and Cerberus Esports. A little bit sad here for Cerberus Esports, as we really want to see them shine, but it's all darkness that we're seeing here on the map for them as well. 12,000 gold lead, 11.5. So what? It's a one-sided beatdown that OMG is giving onto them already. They're just waiting for maybe the last dragon, get the soul, and Cerberus Esports, they have nowhere to go. There's a ward, a pink ward even placed on the blue buff. OMG even wants to take control of this bot side jungle.
Oh, man.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah, it is just insane how ahead OMG is. And that stemmed from, that was a snowball from the time they got, 3 kills for 1 and the double objectives. That was Cerberus Esports overestimating their fighting capabilities and not really committing to any avenue of fight. They allowed themselves to get split, and then OMG took advantage of that, and from then on they have just been pushing the advantage over and over and over. Cerberus Esports have not been really proactive in trying to stop that from happening. So right now they are getting pushed into the base. The mid-in hit turret's already down, and the Baron buff minions are, working on the other 2 avenues to get into Cerberus Esports' base.
The base is also almost wide open. 714, 578 on the top side, and Dragon just gonna be spawning up in the next few seconds as well, in a few minutes. And they actually don't even need the Dragon anymore. They can just run it down mid, or at least push the side lanes, open up the base, and go for the game-ending team fight. 2, 3, 4 items already on OMG. Almost full build for SMK. He only needs 1 more item to make sure he decimates everyone here on the side of Cerberus Esports. I would just be out of my mind if he even picks up something like a Lich Blade here, just because he's that ahead.
That would be fun. I just gotta say, that would be pretty fun to see a Lich Blade on him, but oh no, another catch onto the Gragas Duck. He falls. And Cerberus Esports, they try to get this re-engaged, they try to get some, show some resistance. But BMM in the middle of it all is going to blunt pull, but he's already incredibly low. He gets CC to death and then take out. There's the Hextech Rotor Belt to finish off that kill. No, it was actually Lift Feather. And Cerberus Esports is just falling left and then right. There is no way for them to actually fight back. There's a hero's entrance to save Whitecat from Taku, but I don't think Taku was even really scared there.
Yeah, and
now it's just him.
Yeah, OMG this time making a statement, and the statement is, welcome to Season 2 to Cerberus Esports. This is our first match, first time meeting each other. We just want a warm welcome. But they actually gave a cold-blooded welcome.